What up, man? Welcome to your 15 minutes of fame. That's right, your 15 minutes of fame by Respected Dreamers, man. Coming live from BK Studios, another B Wood production, man. We tapped in and we locked in. Today, we're going to be talking about that fresh fit. How fresh your fit. You know, when you looking good, people notice it. You know, people want to know where you get one from. Is it exclusive? They see you when you coming. But what about on the inside? What that fit look like for you internally? Because externally, you can look good and everybody can tell that you got it going on. But on the inside, are you getting dressed and equipped the same way? We're going to find out. And we're going to tap into it when we come back right after this. What up, man? Okay, now we back, man. That was a brief intro, man. So I got to get into it real quick with you, right? So we talking about your fresh fit. What do you dress with? Before I get into that subject, let me do my protocol. Let me thank my first lady of Respected Dreamers, man, Shaquila Bell, for always supporting me. So I want to do the same in return. Go support her. DreamWellnessPLLC.com or on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram at Dream Wellness. If you're looking just to get better for your health, feeling better, ladies, if you're going through the change, hormone replacement, tap in, look her up, and see how you can invest in yourself. You give so much to everyone else. How about you take the time to give to yourself? Dream well, but how about you dream with wellness? Dream Wellness. Check them out. Dream Wellness, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And lastly, one more time, DreamWellnessPLLC.com. Also, my brothers, the Locker Room Conversations. Every other Monday, we tap in on Facebook Live. That's right, Facebook Live, the Locker Room Conversations, God-centered, community-focused. We don't want to pretend we got all the answers. We just want to be a resource to help you get the answers. You're not alone. So make sure you tap in, man. Tap into the community and follow us and like us so we can try to keep feeding these streets what they need, man. Locker Room Conversations. So, tapping into your 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes for your boy? Let's get into it. How fresh is your fit? So when you think about your fit and you getting dressed, think about that first day of school, going on a date, whatever it may be, you really take time to consider how are you getting dressed. You making sure that it goes together, it flows together, everything looks to the T. Because you want to make sure you're giving the right impression for wherever you're going to. So, how about you do that on the inside? When the last time you got dressed internally? That's right, you. When the last time you got dressed internally? When the last time you laid out your fit for the day? Say, this is what my happiness looked like. Yeah, that'll pair really well with my joy. When the last time you've actually done that? I'm asking. Take the time. When have you put that fit on? That's a fresh fit. Now I think about this, right? I know, man, when I was younger, my mom used to have our clothes out and she told me what I was going to wear for that day. And sometimes I used to get angry because there was things that I wanted to wear that she had picked out that was totally opposite. I didn't want to wear that jacket. Mom, it's too bulky. I know I want to play. I don't want to put those jeans on. Can I wear shorts because I have PE today? And she used to tell me, you need to put on what I laid out because I know what's best for you. And so in life, sometimes we're getting dressed in things that we know is outside of our comfort, but sometimes people are trying to clothe us with things that's best for us. And that's where the conflict come in, because I don't know how to communicate what I want to be dressed for. I just know that I'm not prepared for all the things that I can't see. And so when the last time that you fit yourself up and equip yourself with a fresh fit internally? Like, you ever seen somebody that had a shirt and I'm not saying you borrow clothes, but there was a time that you might want to borrow clothes because you know what? You would say, I like that shirt. You think I can rock it? I want to go out. I want to see this, that, and the third. But it didn't look the same on you. You saw what it looked like in the store. You saw what it looked like on somebody else. But when you bought it, it didn't look the same. You know why? Because it probably wasn't your size. So we're putting on fits of love, emotion, happiness, dreams, ambitions. Are you wearing somebody else's fit or are you wearing yours? See, sometimes we just need to step into a fresh fit. So when I talked about my mom, And I talked about my mother getting me dressed. Now in my life, that's God. God is equipping me to get dressed. He already laid out the manifestation. He already laid out the reward. He already laid out the win. All I got to do is get dressed in it and clothed in it every single day. But my flesh wants me to dress on my own. My flesh wants me to just put on what I think is going to make me successful. But God already told me, hey man, I need you to put this on because the season is coming. See, when I was younger, I used to not want to wear my jacket because I felt like it was still hot outside. But see, my mother knew the weather was changing and I could get sick. So sometimes God is going to clothe us with things that we're not prepared to do because he see the change in our season before we recognize it. And we don't want to put it on. And when we get sick, then somebody else got to help us heal so we can properly get equipped with a right fit. So how many times we've been humbled in our lives? How many times we go through a season longer than it's anticipated because we weren't equipped for it? So that's how I look about that fresh fit. Are you getting dressed for the proper season you're going through? Because seasons and storms will come. Right? I once heard a man said, man, there's three things you either going through. You either coming to a problem, coming through a problem, or about to face a problem. And see, to me, that's the type of stuff that I think about that's going to lead me to negativity. For me, it's either I'm heading towards victory, I just had victory, or I'm on my way to claim another victory. I'm not focused on the problem. I'm about to be fitted up with victory on this day. So I ask y'all the same thing. When the last time you laid out your goals? When the last time you laid out your dreams? When the last time you ironed out the details just so your spirit and your love can feel fresh and feel fit? Right? When you iron it out. Sometimes, when I grew up, man, I would just say in my marriage, it makes me feel good sometimes when my wife seen I've been through some things and she'll iron my clothes for me. She said, hey, go ahead and pick out what you want to wear. I'll iron it for you because I know you've been through some stuff. And so there's people that's in your life right now that's going to help you get to where you want to get to. And they know you've been through a lot. But the first thing they're going to ask you is, what do you want to wear? I help you iron out the details. I help you figure out how to get that business started. I help you get that better relationship. I help you with your financial situation. I give you the education. But first, you got to be willing to tell me, what are you willing to wear? Because I might pick out something for you that you're not equipped to put on. Only you know what you feel comfortable wearing the next day. Only you know what you feel comfortable and what you need to do and where you need to go. So are you willing to put out that fresh fit? And the people that's willing to help you and iron out those little details so you can look better along your way, are you willing to let them do it with humbleness and gratefulness inside of your heart? So I ask you, when you talk about that fresh fit, what are you equipped with? See, people will notice those red bottoms. People will notice those retro J's, but will they notice the peace you have on the inside of you? Will they notice the love of God that you have on the inside of you? Will they notice that you're a good person? What are you fit with? What kind of fresh fit did you have on internally? Right? We think about that. We put so much emphasis on our outward appearance. When the last time we focused on what's on the inside? And are you okay rocking it? See, some people ain't down for the name brand stuff. Some people don't care. And I might step on some toes. There's some people that go to church and pretend they have a relationship with God just so they can have a name brand spirit. See, you want to use Jesus as your name brand, but everybody know that it's a knockoff. You got it from somewhere else because that's not the authentic thing. If I stepped on your toes, you might want to invest in the real spirit, not that falsehood spirit that you operating in, and then you going to stun on people because they ain't got it like you. Well, guess what? Most of those people wear the weight and not wear the name brand and get the authentic thing and get it when they can afford it. And some people are not driven by the brand. They're driven by what they can afford. And so just because you have a stronger relationship in your spirit and you feel like your praise is better than somebody else doesn't mean that they don't have one. And I would tell the person that feels like you trying to size up your name brand or your non-brand spirit to somebody else's, trust yours. You rock what you comfortable within. It's not what's on your chest, it's what's in your heart. It's how confident you look in it. So do you have a fresh fit in your spirit? Do you have a fresh fit in your emotions? Because I'm going to tell you right now, can't nobody rock it like you. Can't nobody wear it like you. And you look good in that fresh fit you got on the inside. And I'm taking all the pictures and you post and you hashtag that thing, fresh fit. I got love on the day. My fresh fit looks good on me. I am clothed with happiness. I am clothed with victory. I am clothed with joy. And I ain't worried about getting mud on it. I ain't worried about it getting dirty because I know I can clean it. Jesus got a cleaner that'll clean it for you. You walking around in your fresh shoes. You ever get some new pair of shoes and you'll walk around because you don't want to mess them up because it's worthy. Are you doing that in your real life? Are you doing that for your emotional fit? Are you making sure you taking care of something that has value? You putting all the value in your clothes, but are you putting value on the inside of you? Are you making sure that you wearing it when it's appropriate? Are you making sure that you wearing it in the season that you need to wear it? Are you making sure that nobody else is just damaging something because you put too much into your outward fit that you let somebody step on your inward fit? If you spend a whole bunch of money on some clothes, you're not letting everybody else wear it. So you done spent too much time, too much pain, too much hurt to get to the victory where you at, to let somebody just come in and put it on. Everybody ain't deserving of your fit and sharing it. You know the value of it because you put it in. So I ask you again, how fresh is your fit? Because I think you look pretty fly, regardless of what people say about you. All right? So we're going to close this thing out when we come right back. But I want you to take some time out, put your clothes out, put your fresh fit out for the week. That spiritual fit. What love look like, what health look like, what joy look like, what peace look like, what rest looks like. And we'll help iron those details out when we come right back. Stay tuned, man. I'm coming right back to you. Don't go nowhere. All right, man, welcome back, man. I hope you put out a fresh fit for yourself, or at least thought about it, right? So sometimes, man, and I know what you're thinking, when we talk about clothes or certain things, sometimes we say, well, I would like the nice things, I just don't know if I can afford it, right? It'd be nice to have that, but I'm not about to spend all that money on getting that. But let me tell you something, you already been pre-approved. Yes, you have already been pre-approved. Think about this. Let's break this down just a little bit further. When I talk about what you're saying on the inside of you and your words have power, right? We have access to a living God, right? We have access to his word. We have access to his prayer. We have access to his spirit. We have access to the deliverance. We have access to the resurrecting power. We have access to abundance. We have access to just all the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Now, let me ask you something. How can you have all that access and still be denied? How can you have all that access and still not have that happiness or joy? It's almost like you have a credit card with no limit on it, and when you go to the store, the card doesn't go through. See, you're going to tell them what? Run it again because I know what's on that account. And the card machine, you put it in one more time and it's still not reading. You say, nah, I know for a fact there's money on that account. I might need to call somebody just to make sure there's nothing wrong on the back end, but I know what's on it. And sometimes you get on your app or you might call the bank and you just verify. See, in your life, you're going to go through some seasons and go through some stuff with a fresh fit, and you know it belongs to you, and it seems like the reader won't be reading. See, at the store, there's nothing wrong with your card. It's just the reader that you're trying to insert it into is having some technical difficulties. So sometimes we living in a world where we're trying to put our abundance in a place where they're going to say it's denied. See, the problem isn't your access. The problem is that the world is trying to say it ain't accepted. So sometimes you got to make a phone call and say, is everything good on your end? And guess what? The world have to figure out what's wrong with them. Don't you change because the world can't adapt, because God done gave you way too much access for you to clothe yourself in a fresh fit, for you to feel like you even denied. Man, I'm about to go off script. This is feeling good to me right now. Think about it, man. You got an abundance. You got so much money you could buy everything. God is telling you right now, you have full access to him in Jesus' name. And all you got to do is be willing to call on it whenever the world tell you you don't have access to that thing. No, I know this supposed to belong to me. I'm swiping right now, Lord. I need joy. I'm swiping and reinsert your card. Excuse me, I'm going to reinsert that card because I know what's on it. I got joy and it's already been cleared. I know my limit. I know I have this amount to spend, and God already told me that I can keep spending. He told me that I can keep pouring into me, and I'm not going to ever go. He told me it's an overflow. It's an abundance. So I'm not going to settle for less. So if something might be wrong with your reader, you can't understand the joy that I have. And there's going to be people in your life, yes, in your life, that's going to hate on you, that's not going to understand your spending habits and your spending limit. Reason why? Because you have an abundance. You swipe that thing and don't have to check it. I don't have to worry about what's on the other end of this thing because God already went before me. So I'm going to clothe myself in a fresh fit, and I hope you do the same thing. Allow God to help you iron out those details. But don't be too stubborn and get in your way when he put an outfit that you might not want to wear because it doesn't look cool. It doesn't fit in. See, where God want to take you sometimes might not look like everyone else. Remember, sometimes your mama lay an outfit out that don't look like what everybody else wearing at school, and you don't want to stand out, but she's putting you on something to protect you. And God in the season right now is clothing you to protect you. Don't be too cool to not put on what he's telling you to put on to get through this season. And then when you get sick, you still got to run to him to get healed. He's going to take care of you, but he already laid that fit out. Are you willing to put your pride down and wear what you need to get through it, knowing that you're going to be fresh at the end? All right? You know you got this. Now we got to go get it. Now here in Respected Dreamers, man, 15 minutes of fame. I always close out this way because I want you to understand this. Dreams absolutely do not stop when you wake up. That's when they start. And I always end this with this saying, I believe in you. Do you? Until next time, peace. Yo, I hope you enjoyed today's content, man. If you want more content like this every day, check me out on social media. Respected Dreamers on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at YouTube, Respected Dreamers, the website, respecteddreamers.com, even podcasts on all streaming platforms at Respected Dreamers, man. Like and follow. You know our motto, our dreams don't stop when we wake up. That's when they actually start. I believe in you. Do you? See you around, y'all. Peace.